Hello, today we are going to build out default layouts. So these are default room layouts that you can then apply to your events. So we're going to navigate down to venue, areas and fixtures. And here we have the dining room, which we uploaded as part of the previous video on uploading your SVGs. We're going to create default layouts for this dining room. So we're going to go to default layouts and actions, add a new layout. Now you can create multiple layouts here. So you can have a library of layouts that provides you with a starting point for each event. So maybe it's a couple different ceremony layout options, or you have things based on numbers. So dining for 60, dining for 80, dining for 90, because it's easier to take off a table or two than having to build from scratch each time. So we're going to go round table dining. That's what I'm going to name it. And it's going to be in the dining room. And here I have the fixtures available for this room. So these are the fixtures that have been allowed to be used within this area. So I'm going to use one Sweetheart top table. Since this is a top table, I did not turn table numbers on for it. So there's going to be no table numbers. We're going to do the round tables, and we're going to start with 4. And I do have table numbers turned on for the round table. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And we can see here that my layout has come through. And so if you scroll on top of it, it zooms in. So to go up and down, you want to make sure you put your cursor to the edge, and that will move you up and down. So a little learning curve there. Now, missing fixtures will be the fixtures that I added up here that haven't popped through to the picture. Now, the first thing I'm going to pull through is my Sweetheart table. So it comes through. I'm going to click on it, and now I can move it to be the correct way. I'm just going to sit this here. Now, the actual table is this yellow bit, and I appreciate my room is very small, so I probably will only be able to fit a couple tables here. But the yellow is the actual table, and the Sweetheart tabletop, so this is the initials. It will not have numbers once it's applied to an event because I turn numbers off because it's the table, top table. We don't want it to be table 1, table 2. It's top table. So the yellow is the actual table. The green is the buffer. This is reserving space so it is not put too close to other tables. This is where the chairs will go for the bride and groom. And this is to ensure other tables aren't put too close to it. Now, by having a buffer, you do not have to individually place each table. So you want your buffer to be enough space for chairs. I'm sorry, each individually place each chair, excuse me. Now we have this blue arrow, which signifies service order because each seat will be given a number. And this comes into play for events that are doing seat assignment in addition to table assignment. Now, if you click on this, so we have this pops back up so I can move the table around, but I can also now change or rotate. And this is for the location of that blue arrow or rotate the direction it goes. This will make a little more sense when I apply a round table. So let's add a round table in. So it's red because they're overlapping. I'm not even going to be able to fit 2 tables in here because my room is so small. Now, the first table you put on is going to be table 1. So you don't want to just pop all of them in at once because you'll get your numbers unorganized. So the first table you'll place where table 1 will go. The second table where table 2 goes. Once this is applied to an event, the numbers will come through. Okay, so again, I'm going to remove this one and remove this one. The first one, this will be table 1. So I'll put table 1 where I want table 1 to go. And this is pretend. I realize the sizing is not ideal. Then table 2 is now added. So I don't want to move table 1. I want to move table 2. Table 1, table 2. The numbers come through when it's applied to an event. And then you'd repeat, adding table 3. And I put 4 down here, 5, 6, etc. Okay, and I realize I'm going outside of room space, and my room's not big enough to support dining in reality. Now, on these round tables, this is where this arrow makes more sense. So this is saying that chair 1 is here, and the numbering of chairs is going counterclockwise. If your staff works where they go clockwise, you can move your blue arrow around. Or if they don't start at 12 o'clock, but chair 1 is usually at 6, we can move this to 6. So now it's 6 o'clock going counterclockwise, or starting at 6 clockwise. However your service team works. So that's what this blue arrow is. Where does seat 1 start and which direction does numbering go in? If you guys don't do assigned seating, just ignore it. No worries. And then you can pull through other things. If you have a cake table, you can pull through or whatnot. Now, by having these green buffers, I do not have to place chairs. Okay, so I can use this one at the round table. Then I can do a new layout with buffet tables. I can do a layout with not a sweetheart tabletop, but a long tabletop for the entire bridal party. So you can make, again, a library of defaults. So we have them in here. I'm going to hit save. Then once we have an event, so this is my test site here. So bear with me and just throw it in here. So once we have an event, we can go to room layouts and create the layout for the room. And here I can pull through the default and it will come through. Now notice we don't have table numbers yet because I need to add the tables to my event. So now these tables are in play for my event. Now they have numbers. I can also rename them. Another video. I'm getting ahead of myself. Return to. I didn't hit save last time. Now the numbers come through. We only have 1 and 2 because I only assigned two tables to that event. But we know we have the legend down here. Sweetheart, top table, table 1, table 2. If I added a third round table to the event, this would be table 3. So you can see they're lining up in the order in which I applied them to the default when we were in areas. So this is how you can build out your library. You can also do custom floor plans. You don't have to use the library, but this gives you a starting point. So we're all about working with efficiency, and having a starting point definitely provides that. Any changes you make sure you hit save, and you can create multiple floor plans. So dining, ceremony, reception layouts, whatever you need. Any changes, make sure you hit save, and you're good to go.